Hey y'all, welcome back to the couch. Welcome back to the couch. This is On the Couch with Dr. Elly. Welcome back. Y'all, today we continue our conversation on authenticity. And I want to kind of come down to earth with this conversation because really what is authenticity? It's just about being yourself. You being you. And that's extremely important because, like we talked about last week, we're living in times where it is extremely hard to simply just be ourselves. And the conversation that we're having this week is slightly different because I want us to talk about what happens when we are not ourselves. What are we giving up by trying to be other people? How are we showing up in the world, and what kind of energy are we giving out there when we refuse to honor that which is who we are, to live in alignment with our identity, our personality, our values, our beliefs? What happens then? That is the conversation that we're having today, so make sure to stick around. Like we've been announcing over the last couple of weeks, y'all, this conversation is brought to you by ETK Leadership Weekend, happening in Geneva, Switzerland, from September 26th to 28th. Today, we're talking about what happens when you don't live authentically. If you want to get into a deeper dive of this conversation, make sure to tune in to More with Dr. Elly, our podcast, which really gets much deeper than what we can do on this platform right here. But I want to talk about one thing in particular that happens when you don't honor your call to live exactly who you are. And especially for my ladies, my queens, my women, you understand this very well. There's something that Dr. Seuss, the children's book author, says. He says in one of the books, be who you are and say what you feel. Those who matter don't mind, and those who mind don't matter. So the call that we have as people is to live exactly who we are. Because at the end of the day, those who matter absolutely don't mind, and those who mind do not matter. One of the things that happens when we don't live who we are is that we compare ourselves with other people, and we tend to be jealous of other people. One of the conversations I keep having a lot with women that I'm coaching is how often other women are not supporting them. How often women are the ones who are the gatekeepers, who are the ones closing doors of opportunities, instead of actually being the ones to facilitate the process in which other women can walk through that door. In my own experience, I've had women who don't understand why I do what I do question what my motives are. I've had women themselves talk to me, to other women, like, who does she think she is? Why does she think that she's the one who gets to do this? But one of the things that I've understood is the fact that when we are not grounded in our most authentic selves, then we have time and energy to question the path that other people are on. When we actually get to know ourselves and are fully aligned in who we are, in our purpose, in our mission, in our vision, in what we should be doing, why we were sent here, we don't have the time or the energy to question the path that other people are on. I recognize all the time to give grace, because anytime there's comparison and anytime there's jealousy, there's a lack of self-awareness, and there is inauthenticity alive. There's a lack of self-awareness, and that is why there's a lot of inauthenticity. When there's self-awareness and a commitment to living who you are, what happens is that as a woman, you create space for other women. And what happens is that the more that you show up authentically as who you are, you give permission to other women to also show up authentically as who they are. So I really want to encourage us that in committing to living ourselves, to living who we really are, we actually enable and empower ourselves to stay committed in our path. Thereby, as we walk along, as we build who we are, enabling other people, empowering other people to be able to do the same thing. Like I said, when you are not committed to living authentically who you are, chances are you're going to compare yourself to other people and you're going to be jealous of other people. In the seasons of my life, when I find myself in any kind of comparison, the first thing that I ask myself is, what are you not doing for yourself that you should be doing for yourself? Women doing great things should be inspiring and empowering for us, not intimidating, not a reason for us to be jealous. We should be able to see the greatness in other women around us and tap into that energy. And if we're not able to tap into that energy in a way that allows us to be inspired, then it means that there's a lot of inner work that we have to do. It means that there's a certain level of neglect that we've had of ourselves, something that we're not doing in our path that makes us unhappy with where we are, that we have to look at the lives of other people. So I want to encourage all of us to truly honor the path that we're on, to truly live who we are. Because at the end of the day, like I said earlier, those who mind don't matter, and those who matter absolutely do not mind at all. Y'all, I can talk about authentic living all day because it truly is the core of what makes us as people. Everybody is so unique. Our thumbprints are unique. Our belly buttons, like a new sister friend of mine shared the other day, are unique. Everything about us is unique. So let us give ourselves permission. Let us give ourselves the chance to live up to who we are in the most authentic ways. Life is going to be so much more meaningful. You're going to live in a way where you're aligned, you're grounded, your cup is full and overflowing, where you understand where you're headed, therefore not being tossed back and forth like the wind. You're going to be able to build beautiful relationships and connections with other people around you because you are being who you are. You are honoring the path that you're on as a person. And this conversation continues at ETK Leadership Weekend, happening from September 26th to 28th, right here in Geneva, Switzerland. From wherever you are in the world, wherever you're watching from, we want you to be here in September. So prepare yourself because we're going to talk about meaningful connections, community, growth, excellence, leadership, authenticity. We got to live who we are so that we can unfold our best to the world around us. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like the video, comment on the video, share this video with someone, and of course, subscribe to our channel. I'm looking forward to seeing you next time.